Tonight's unboxing is a very big parcel from Gameology. I just got this parcel today. This parcel is my order of all the Carcassonne expansions. So for those who don't know what Carcassonne is this board game. It's a tile placing game. You put tiles down and you use meeples to score points. So basically I've been playing the base game for about a year now, and I basically just want to try out all of the expansions that the company has to offer. So yeah, I'll open up this parcel and yeah, let's see what's inside. Okay, the box has been opened, all the expansions have been taken out, they're just behind me. I'll just grab the first expansion for Carcassonne. We have here Inns and Cathedral. So this is the very first expansion for Carcassonne. So this adds 18 new land tiles, 8 meeples and 1 abbot for a 6-player, 6 larger meeples and some more point tiles. So yeah, let's get to opening this up. So I'll just be doing every expansion in a numerical order. So let's get this open. So I've only heard about the first and second expansion. I've never heard about the other 8. But yeah, so you got the rule book here, you got the tiles. I'm pretty sure this one gives you something to boost your city with. Here are some extra meeples, and that's it. That's Inns and Cathedrals. So I'm just reading off Wikipedia here. So the Inns and Cathedral expansion comes with a large figure that counts as 2 followers, and they score additional points for completed features. So I'm guessing it's these larger meeples here. There are special tiles with Inns and Cathedrals that can be placed as part of roads and cities to enhance their value, provided that they are completed by the end of the game. So I think these middle tiles here, you can place them in the middle of your city and you can earn extra points. I could be wrong. Yeah, if I make any mistakes about the rules of any expansion, just let me know. But yeah, that's the first expansion, Inns and Cathedral. Okay, and the second expansion is Traders and Builders. So let's get this open. I forgot to mention, I think every tile in an expansion would have a special symbol here to let you know which expansion it's in. So if I grab the Inns and Cathedral one, it would have a giant meeple icon in the bottom right of every tile, which is very convenient. I'm pretty sure after I unbox all 10 expansions, I will have a lot of Carcassonne stuff to deal with. So here's the classic rulebook. So now you have these tiles here at the bottom. So reading off what Wikipedia is saying, Traders and Builders adds additional tile types, 2 new figures, and trade good tiles. Trade goods appear in cities and are collected by players who complete the city, even if they're not the ones who score it. So these are kind of like collectibles for players that give you extra points at the end of the game. Looks like there's a lot of them, and oh, there's a very convenient bag here to place all these goods tiles in. And now you have extra meeples here, so I believe these are called builders. Yes, Wikipedia says so, a builder. And you also have pigs, which increases the value of a field that it's placed in, and the builders grant an extra turn to the player who completes or extends any feature, which is pretty cool. So that's the second expansion, Traders and Builders. third expansion is called The Princess and the Dragon. I've heard many good words about this expansion because apparently this expansion allows you to play the game like it's a story, hence, or like a fairy tale, I guess hence the name Princess and the Dragon. So you can see at the back here, there's this giant dragon piece that you can play as, which does look pretty exciting. So you got your rule book, you have your tiles. So it looks like certain city tiles have a princess, a picture of a princess in it. So let's see, reading off the Wikipedia, it says there are tiles with magic portals. These look like volcanoes. So these volcano tiles are where the dragon, which is this big red piece here, it comes out of the volcano and you can move the dragon around to eat meeples that are on the features, which is pretty cool. I don't see any portal. Oh, there it is. I believe these are the portals that allow players to place followers on an incomplete feature of a previously placed tile. And you also have a fairy figure, which allows protection to a follower and the tile from the dragon. So I guess if you have a meeple and you have a fairy next to it, the dragon will not be able to eat the meeple, which is pretty cool. The fourth expansion, which is more vertical than any of the other expansions that I can see, is called the Tower. So I guess at the back here, it looks like I can build some sort of cardboard cutout where I can store my Carcassonne tiles. But I don't think I'll be using that anyway. I think I have more tiles than the tower can hold. So let's open this and see what's inside. So reading off Wikipedia, it says the tower adds a vertical element to Carcassonne, adding new tiles and tower pieces. This is a bit hard to open. Alright, so, okay, let me prop the camera up further. Or if I push it further like this. Okay, so, not many new tiles. It's just normal city, roads, field tiles, but with like a spot where you can place the tower pieces. So if I open the pack here, so I'm guessing if you put one of these tiles onto the game, you can opt to place a tower piece like that. And if memory serves me correct, I think the tower pieces like capture meeples for you. And the higher the tower you build, the longer reach you can get to capture meeples. So like if you build a tower that has 2 of those tower pieces, you can capture meeples that are 2 tiles away. That's a nice concept. I actually quite like this. And I think you get meeples back by like trading stuff with your opponent, which is cool, I guess. Here is the tower cardboard cutout, which is okay, already completed. It looks okay. I don't think I will be using this. I'm not a big fan of cardboard cutouts as part of my board game experience. And then here's your classic rulebook. So that is the Tower, a very unique expansion. Here is the 5th expansion. This is called Abbey and Mayor. So now we're really getting into the expansions that I've never seen before. So this also looks like a pretty fun expansion to play with. So the Abbey and Mayor expansion contains these things called Abbey tiles. They can basically just fill in any uncompleted space that you have in a feature. So like let's say if you have a road that's uncompleted and you grab one of these Abbey tiles, you can just put it there and the road would count as completed, which is nice. Like you want to be able to score as many points as you can from completed features. What's on the other side here? So there's more Abbey tiles. These are just classic Carcassonne tiles. Okay, so this one has 2 shields in it. I won't go through the basic rules of Carcassonne, but shields are part of the base game. What other stuff do we have here? So, I think these are called barns. I think you place them in fields and you, again, score extra points. I think these are called, what does Wikipedia say? Oh, so these are wagons. So these can score features and then move to another nearby unclaimed and incomplete feature, which is pretty cool. So you can use the wagon to complete a fixture and then move it somewhere else, which is unclaimed and uncompleted. And this is the mayor piece. You can put these. They just act as normal meeples, but you place them in cities. Okay. I'll have to read more into the instruction. I'm sure the mayor has more functions than that. But yeah, I think the main special feature that comes from this expansion is the Abbey tiles. Cool. And that's the 5th expansion done. Okay, here's the 6th expansion called Count, King, and Robber. So at the back here, looks like you also have this, you're gonna get this very massive piece here in purple. Let's see what's inside. So again, you have new tiles. Okay, so these are the river tiles, which I already have from the Carcassonne base game. So my Carcassonne base game already comes with the river tiles. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. Some interesting piece. Got Stonehenge looking structure here on this tile. What else do we have? We have river piece, cities. You have another strange tile here which I don't know what it does. I just saw this massive city piece. Okay, this one doesn't come off. Oh, it does, but it's just this big massive city and you have these tokens. Interesting. Let's read the rule book. You have a wooden count. This looks like the first kind of complicated expansion. Oh, so you just have this one piece that's sitting in here. So this is the count. Not sure what he does, but I would assume if he's the only piece in here, he will be pretty important. So this is a big city. So this is a king, and this is a robber. I'm pretty sure they do different things as well. Yeah, reading instructions is, yeah, now's not the time to read long and winded instructions. If anyone knows the rules of the of Count, King, and Robber, feel free to chuck it in the comments below. Yeah, but looks like I'll have to do a lot of reading for this particular expansion. Alright, now we are on to the 8th expansion. So before Count, King, and Robber, it was expansion 6. I just did a little bit of research, and apparently they don't release the 7th expansion anymore because apparently in that expansion you have to build a catapult, and that ended up being like a health and safety hazard for little children. So we jumped straight to expansion 8, which is bridges, castles, and bazaars. I'm pretty sure I can still get the 7th expansion, but I would assume it will be pretty expensive in these days because they don't release it anymore. So, let's see what's inside here. From the name, it looks like I'm gonna get a lot of new pieces. So, rulebook. Okay, yep, we definitely have some interesting looking pieces here. We have this castle tile. Can I call these tiles? Or tokens? You got some normal looking tiles, but Now it looks like, so I guess these are the bazaars. Here are some more city tiles, more castle tokens. One's already been popped out already. What else do I have? Okay, so the pieces are just bridges. Okay, that's interesting. Nothing special about these city tiles. What does Wikipedia say? So, the bridge pieces enable players to bridge roads over field tiles. Okay. And 12 castle tokens, so yes, these are tokens. So there are 12 of them. And players use them to gain additional points from 2 tile cities. Okay. And then it says that any tiles with a bazaar on them introduces an auctioning feature to the game, which is pretty cool. I'll have to... It looks like these expansions are pretty complicated now, so... Okay, so here's a nice illustration of what you can do with the bridge pieces. But yeah, it looks like I'll have to do some reading and figure out how to really play these expansions. But yeah, looks like a pretty fun expansion anyway. Expansion number 9 is hills and sheep. So I'm gonna guess I'm gonna get sheep pieces in this game, as well as maybe shepherd pieces. Okay, so weird looking shepherd pieces, so I'm guessing that's the rod. You have vineyards, hill tiles, and obviously some new city tiles. So rulebook. Okay, so here are the vineyards. What else do we have? That doesn't look too interesting. I'm not sure what they would do. Maybe you can place shepherds in them, or maybe they work in conjunction with some previous expansion. Yep, so you have a hill here next to this city tile. You have sheep tokens. They come in different numbers of sheep. Oh, you got some wolf tiles as well. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what the wolf tiles would do. Classic city tiles, road tiles, got some hills. So we got hills. What else do we have? Another bag here. I'm pretty sure this is just to keep the sheep tiles. Got a nice design here with the Carcassonne and 2 sheep on either end. And then the shepherd tokens, meeples. What does the rulebook say? Placing a shepherd. Okay, so I see here you can grow a flock of sheep, and you can guide them to a stable to score the sheep as points, which sounds pretty cool. I can't imagine playing all the expansions at once. There's so many rules to keep track of. Vineyards. After placing the vineyard tile, you may place a meeple on the tile as normal, but you cannot place the meeple directly on the vineyard itself. I'm not sure what that entails, but yep. Again, just have to read the rulebook and better understand the rules. And the last but not least expansion 10, it's called Under the Big Top. So it looks like it is introducing a circus into Carcassonne. So, which again, pretty cool concept. So let's open this final expansion and see what's inside. Okay, rulebook. It looks like we're going to have a lot of tokens here. It's called animal tokens. So here they are. So I think these aren't animal tokens. These look like spectators in a circus. Yeah. What else do we have? Have these empty looking... I think these are for this big piece that you have here. So this is like a circus tent, and I think you put them on top of these haystack looking spaces, and you can like attract meeples to come and watch or something. What else? I'm pretty sure. So what does Wikipedia? So Wikipedia says meeples can stand on top of these stacks here, and then they can stack on top of each other, kind of like gymnasts, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure what those would do, but again, I think it's just a matter of reading this and figuring out how to play this expansion. And there you have it. That's all of the expansions for the Carcassonne base game that I talked about today. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And yeah, if you have any comments about how I should maximize my experience with any of these expansions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, see you next time. Have a good night.